guys, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kels. This video was a story time on when I was a side chick. And yeah, ain't really much to it. I was a side girl, and I'm gonna get into the story. But first, this here is from Amanda Hair, and I got these lashes from Royal Elegance Empire on Instagram. She sent me this pair. It's called Nigerian Queen. This is what it came in. And use the code Royal Babe for 10% off. It's on here. Once again, her Instagram is Royal Elegance Empire. I will be putting it in the description box, and I will be putting the link to this here in the description box as well. But it did not come this color. I actually bleached it and dyed it, and it's really soft. Like, feel me? I bleached it and it's still soft. It don't really shed much. Y'all see I was just running my fingers through it. Feel me? But yeah, so let me get into the story, right? So I was messing with this boy. We gonna call him S. His name don't even start with an S, but we just gonna call him S, all right? I'm messing with him. I'm rocking with him, or whatever the case may be. But before I started rocking with him and vibing with him, feel me? He was texting me, trying to flirt with me, da-da-da, funny stuff like that. And I'm like, don't you have a girlfriend, feel me? He like, yeah, but what's up with the entanglements? And I'm like, nah, we're not gonna do that. It's not my speed. Feel me? So we stopped speaking. He never texted me again after that. Like, not really, like, feel me? Like, he just stopped texting me, but he stopped texting me on that time. Like, he would just send me his music, and like he would text me like we was friends or whatever, right? Feel me? So one day he pull up, he texted me, I'm bugging, he called me, matter of fact, he called me on Messenger. He like, yo, what you doing? I'm up mad early. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Up mad early. He like, yo, what you doing? What's up? I'm like, yo, I just got some weed. I was looking for weed all night. Finally got the weed, feel me? And I'm about to roll up and smoke. He like, oh, word, match. And like, for me, for some of y'all that's not in New York or from New York, y'all might not know what that mean, but like, I'm matching his spliff. Like, you know, you wear matching color sock, well, the same socks, they match or whatever. I'm matching his spliff. My spliff, his spliff, we smoke it together. Both spliffs, feel me? That's just it. Or he match whatever I got. Like, let's say none of us have weed yet. If I got 15 on the weed, he's matching my 15. That's how it go, feel me? So he pull up. He calls me when he outside my crib. He like, yo, where your friends at? I'm like, they home, feel me? He like, get some friends for my friends, because they in the car. I'm like, bro, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Who am I finding that's up? And if they up, that mean they going to work. Like, nobody free right now. It wasn't even like a weekend. It was like during the week or something like that, feel me? So, just choking on my spit. But, yeah, so I get out, I go outside, because I'm like, yeah, I don't got no friends, but I have to be in the car, we smoking, he's just driving around, literally just driving around or whatever. It's me, I'm in the front seat, and his two friends in the back seat, so we smoking. Feel me? We vibing, shit is cool, everything is cool, like, we chilling, regular stuff, feel me? He drives me home, because he starts talking about something, he about to go there and there and there, and I'm like, yeah, all right, before you go there and there, take me home. Feel me? I'm not about to be with y'all all day. He drove me home or whatever, he was texting me, we was texting all day that day. Then I went to a hotel with my friends that same night. For me, he was like, oh, I'm gonna come pick you up from the hotel or whatever. But I ended up staying at the hotel. We fell asleep. We all got drunk. We fell asleep or whatever, for me. So we was getting drunk. I'm getting drunk with my friends. He was like, the phone that he was texting me over was his friend phone, because he didn't have a phone at the moment, feel me? So he texted me again in the morning when he woke up, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep. I know I said I was going to take you home. Like, I'm like, it's okay, I'm still here, and I was spending the night. He like, oh, word, so send me the Addy, let me come take you home. I sent him the address. He come get me, and it's me and my friend, my one friend or whatever. And the same two friends or whatever, so she in the back seat, I'm in the front seat. And we smoking, we driving, everything is copacetic, like, for me. We get home, he come inside with me, like, he give his friends a car and they driving or whatever. He like, yo, I'm about to come chill with you for a little bit. We chilling or whatever, we vibing. Then, like, honestly, he was here every day for about, like, 2 weeks straight. But, feel me, the first night, mind you, we didn't even start talking yet. Like, we chilling. Everything, we really are just chilling. Like, everything is going good, everything is going smooth. Everything is nice, like, the vibe is there. Like, he making me laugh, I'm making him laugh. Like, we could lay up and just lay up, feel me? We was chilling, the vibe was right. I'm thinking he's single, because I already told this boy, I'm like, if you got a girlfriend, you better not come back my way. Don't be hitting me up. I don't like boys with girlfriends. I don't do that. Feel me? It's not my speed. I can get somebody and be his all. Why would I want to share? Feel me? So he called me by surprise, because I really thought he was single. We chilling one day, laid up. I get a call from like a 631 number, but like, you could tell it's a text now number. I get a call. I answer it. They like, is your boyfriend S with, I don't know what I called him. They said, is your boyfriend da-da-da with you? I'm like, what? They like, is he with you? I'm like, no, mind you, it's a girl. Feel me? I'm like, no. He said, oh, alright. Hung up. Then I texted her. I'm like, who this? How you got my number? No response. She called me back in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, before she called me in the morning, I guess that person, whoever it was that called, because I'm going to tell you who it was. I know who it was, but I'm not going to say whoever. Feel me? The person who called gave my number to somebody else to call to see if when they called me and asked me if he was here, if my answer would change. So the other person called and they like, yo, is da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, I just said that. He's not here. Like, feel me? Whole time, homie is laid up in the bed right next to me. Feel me? But I don't got time for none of that. So, oh yeah. So now we go to sleep because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was mad late. Like, those is haunted hours. Why are you so haunted that you calling my phone looking for your boyfriend? Feel me? You better call him. Don't care if you don't got no phone. Don't call my phone. And that's my thing. Like, don't be playing on my phone. Don't do that. That's what we not gonna do. Feel me? So, whatever the case may be, the next day after she sees the text, that I sent her when I asked her who is this and how you got my number. She calling me, trying to argue with me, talking about she gonna put the gun in my mouth and this, that, and the third, and she got my Addy and she got my number, da da da. I'm like, yo, so slide. It's just, I really was not arguing with this girl. Like, I was not for the argument. I'm like, yo, just pull up. You calling me day one, telling me you got my address and you got my phone number and you got my address. What more do you need? Like, you telling me about the slide. So when is you sliding? When you pulling up? Like, when we about to do this? Because I don't fight over no boy. I don't fight over no penis. But trust and believe, you're not about to be playing on my phone. That's what you're not gonna do. Don't be playing on my phone. You don't pay this phone bill. Don't be calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't be texting me no crazy nothing. Don't be calling my phone trying to argue with me, cursing me out because you called me. Don't do that. Don't be playing on my phone. That's what you doing. You playing on my phone. Feel me? So anywho, she never came. She was like, oh, I'm coming right now. That's word to Crip, because they both Crip. That's word to Crip. Word to the set. I'm going to come da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And X, Y, and Z, bro. Mad, irrelevant, dumb stuff. Like, feel me? So, I don't even remember. But yeah, she went on Facebook. She went on live, and she was on live telling on Facebook my Addy, but she wouldn't say no name. She just kept going on live like blank, 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 blank. Like, let's say the blanks was my address. She go like blank, 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 blank. Like, for what? If you're not sliding, what you saying the Addy for? You're not here. You're not in front of the crib. You're not on your way to the crib. So what you saying my address for? Blank, 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 blank. I'm gonna call up the blank, 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 blank. So why you're not here? Why is you not here yet? Feel me? Still never came, bro. And on top of that, Shorty was lying, talking about she sent him a picture or whatever, right? She was like, how, tell Shorty I'm on my way to your crib, on my way to her crib right now, or whatever. And I'm just like, you must not know me. Because if you did know me, you wouldn't be so brave and so bold to pull up to this crib thinking that I ain't gonna have people running your mouth for me. Or since you talking that gun talk, I ain't gonna have people do the same thing about me. Like, feel me? But I got the messages right here. She was texting me with some text line number, like I said, y'all. So I'm gonna read the messages because she was wilding, like. And then on top of that, she kept lying to the boy. Like, I guess she was trying to get him to stop fucking with me. So she kept lying to him, like, oh, she's making fake pages about me and telling people this, that, and the third. And I'm like, bro, you're not even cute for me to be doing all that. Like, I'm not worried about you because you're calling my phone about this boy and he's laid up in my bed every time you call me. Every time you text me, he's in my bed. So it's just like, why I care about you? Why should I? Why should I entertain you? Like, feel me? It's no reason. Like, bro, like, feel me? We was arguing for mad long. She was talking mad hot, talking about some, oh, she was gonna have him beat me up for her. Or like have him slap me and she gonna run in my crib and put the gun in my mouth and all this crazy stuff. All the yada yada yada. Feel me? Whole time, that's not scaring me. I don't know if that worked with the other girls, but I don't scare easy, love. You gonna have to do something to me. You gonna have to touch me, because those words, boo-boo, don't mean a thing. Anyways, back up here, though, right? Feel me? Them words don't mean nothing to me. They don't scare me at all. Your words is just words. Feel me? I'm not about to be scared of you talking. You talking. That's what you doing. You babbling. You babble. Feel me? So, I'm like, yo, first, when she called me the first day, I'm like, yo, who is this, bro? Like, he like, oh, that's my ex or whatever. She mad toxic. I broke up with her. We not together no more. Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, if y'all not together no more, why she feel comfortable calling me, looking for you? She like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, y'all. He was like, oh, I don't know. She just toxic. She probably went on my Facebook on one of my friends' phone and found your number and Because like I told y'all, he don't have no phone. So he was always logging in on somebody's phone and leaving it logged in or whatever the case may be. Feel me? And I really ain't care too much about that, like, because he was telling me, like, they was done. Feel me? So now I keep arguing with this girl. I'm really just arguing with her now. Now I'm arguing with her. She going live. I never went live about her yet. She keep going live, talking about me, but she not atting me. She throwing subs. She not atting me. She not saying no names, no nothing. She just mad scary. Like, if you so-called, the way you moving like you ready to go war over that penis. So then move like you actually move like you ready to go to war over that penis. Pull up to the crib. Pull up to mi casa. Feel me? She never pulled up. Then, long story short, she kept telling him, like, oh, I'm mad depressed, and it's that and the third, and X, Y, Z, and I don't know why you keep doing this to me. You always do this to me, da, da, da. And he said in my face, like, yo, I don't want to be with her. I want to be with here. I'm happy here. I don't want to go back to that toxic, da, da, da. For him, though, you know what he did? Hold on, I'm not there yet. Feel me? So now, he's here every day for about 2 weeks. Every day straight, like, every day. It was damn near a sleepover for every he didn't leave. Like, he showered here, ate here, smoking here. Like, he never left. Like, feel me? He'd get clothes, come right back. Like, feel me? So, one day he leaves, right? And he left his Facebook logged in on my iPad. This is how he get caught up. Whole time, he texting shorty like, you know I still love you. I just don't want to be with you no more. We got history. You know you my forever. And I'm reading this like, you got some nerve in my crib. So, feel me? She calls me off his messenger and I answered it, right? She called me. She gonna put him in the camera. Or at least she tried to put him in the camera because he was naked or whatever. Because, you know, they was rumping. They was doing the rumpkins or whatever. Put him in the camera. And she like, look at his little penis. Y'all know I'm trying not to curse on here. But that's not what she said. Y'all know what she said. She said, look at his little. Feel me? But for YouTube's sake, look at his little penis. Look at his little penis. This is what you feeling over? I'm like, girl, you feeling over it because you keep calling my phone over this boy. You obviously like me. You obviously want to eat my coochie. Feel me? So now she trying to argue me down. She tried to call me bald. And y'all know me. That's one thing I could never be. I could never be bald. Like, feel me? Bald is just not me. Like, it's not in my genes. I could never. Feel me? So y'all know I got to arguing. I got to telling her about herself, how she don't look good. Feel me? Then she was like, oh, do you enjoy my leftovers? I'm like, make sure he brush his teeth. We could be funny together. Stupid here. She like, do you enjoy my leftovers? Make sure he brush his teeth. I'm sure you know what that means. Feel me? And then the day she had called me trying to argue with me on the phone or whatever, she like, I know he was there with you last night. She kept going. I'm telling her, like, yo, he was not here. Like, he's not here. Feel me? He was not here. Like, feel me? He was, but it's not your business. He was not here. As far as you're concerned, he left. That was that. Feel me? So, yeah, I told her. She kept going on and on. And I'm like, I slept great last night. You know why. Y'all know what I'm hinting at. Every female out there, if you calling a girl about your man and you think your man was with her and she hit you with the, I slept good last night. You know why. Girl, you know why. You know why. You know why you sleep good at night when he next to you. So you know damn well why she slept good at night with him there in that bed. You know what he was doing. Don't play dumb with me. Feel me? He was really just arguing about nothing. Like, she kept trying to tell me she looked better than me. What types of funny stuff? Because the girl really don't look good. The girl, it's not like she don't look good. She just don't look better than me. Feel me? But back to what I was saying. One thing Kelsey or Carolyn Williams could never be is bald. That's a ponytail. See me? That's a ponytail. The top of my head. That's what my ponytails look like. That's one thing. For me, one thing I could never be is bald. Like, bald is, don't do that with me. That's probably the only thing you could tell me that'll make me take off crazy because I don't play. But yeah, so now I actually sit down and I'm talking to this boy and I'm like, yo, so what's really going on? Because I'm not about to keep arguing with her if she telling me the facts and you just sitting here lying, playing both sides or whatever. And he like, oh, me and her keep telling me and her are not together. Me and her are not together. So now I'm a female as well and I'm not dumb. So I'm like, if y'all quote unquote not together, because that's what you keep telling her in the messages. I see that you telling her that. why does she keep going? Like, why she, feel me? Why she want to keep arguing with me if y'all not together? And then come to find out, she was like, oh, how they was together when he picked me and my friends up, and he picked me up to smoke him. They was together, and she was like, how he was supposed to pick her up that day or call her that day or some shit, and he ain't call her. And ever since then, she just didn't like me. And I'm like, girl, that got nothing to do with me. That's why I keep telling females, don't expect loyalty from the person that's not in your relationship. Whoever they are cheating on you with does not owe you no loyalty, and that unless that person is your friend or somebody that you actually know, somebody that knows you in a relationship with this person. But if the person don't know that y'all together and they don't know you, they don't owe you no loyalty. They're not the ones that say, yo, I'm gonna be loyal, I'm gonna treat you good. They didn't say that to you. So I'm like, girl, I'm not your boyfriend. Don't be calling my phone trying to argue with me about nothing. You wildin'. I'm not your man. I don't be in your guts, rule. I don't be eating your pussy. I don't be doing none of, I don't do none of that. So don't mix me in your relationship. You could have simply hit me up like, yo, bro, you talk to so-and-so. I would have been like, for me, we just started talking. Wow, what's up? For me, you could have been like, yo, that's my boyfriend. That would have been that. You choose to come at me hostile, thinking I'm a work with you in any type of way. You bugging. You stupid. You dumb. Anywho. So now I'm asking him, I'm like, yo, so like, what's going on? Like, why she keep trying to argue with me over you? Da, da, da. He like, oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know, something about how, yeah, like he was telling her that's his forever or whatever. She's his first real everything, because he was younger than me. He was a year younger than me. But I'm still like, we grown. Like, it don't matter if she was your first everything. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna be the only one. Like, she's not about to be your forever, your only thing. Like, we're young at the end of the day, so I know 9 times out of 10, that's not the person you're gonna marry. You're gonna grow old. Not old, but you're gonna get older. You're gonna hit 21, 25 and realize, like, maybe she's not what I need no more. Because y'all both out here gangbanging. 2 gangbangers not supposed to be in a relationship. You need one civil person. One civilian. You need one civil person in a relationship for me. Y'all both can't be out here gangbanging. How y'all gonna make kids? And what if y'all go to jail together? What if both y'all get caught up in a raid? What they gonna do with your kid? For me, I don't even care about none of that. It's not my business. For me. But I'm talking to him. He just giving me the runaround, telling me all types of stupid stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I come second to nobody. And I told him that. I ain't about to be nobody's second choice. None of that. You wildin'. I look good. I got a job. I'm done with school. Feel me? I look good. I got something going for myself. Like, I'm really, excuse my French, I'm not even gonna say it. Y'all know what I mean. I'm that, say less. I'm that, period. That's it. That's it. That's all. But yeah. And I had to leave him alone. But he don't give up. That's why I'm like, you know your man a cheater. So how you mad at me if this is not the first time he cheated? Because I've been on his Facebook. Like I said, he left his Facebook and his Instagram logged in on the iPad. I'm scrolling. If you was on his Facebook, you would have seen that I was the only girl he texted. So why are you trying to argue with me? Why are you trying to argue me down? If you already know you in a relationship with a whole... Like, feel me? You know he not loyal. You know he can't be loyal even if he wanted to. Like, I'm talking to this boy and I can see, I'm like, yo, I don't even want nothing serious with you because the boy can't even be serious with himself. So it's just like, why are you expecting that from this man? I don't even expect nothing much from this little boy. Like, excuse me, but yeah. So now, like I said, he left his Instagram logged in. I'm looking through his Instagram one day. I'm reading his messages on Facebook too. I don't care about none of that. You left it logged in. I'm praying. Feel me? I'm watching. He's texting his bros like, yo, I effed up. I miss her. XYZ. Y'all gotta help me fix that. Minding my business. Because you know what? I'm gonna let you do what you want to do. You set the wave. You set the motion or whatever. I'm just go with the flow. So I go on his Instagram, and he's still texting a whole 1,000 other girls. And I'm just like, yo, this boy is corny. His mom calls me, like, one day. Feel me? She calls me because he was at the house with her. Like, the main girl, quote unquote, if you want to call it. Because I don't know who he was. I don't know. Anyways, feel me? The main girl was at the house. And the mother don't like her. So she calls me. She know what she was doing. She calls me. Like, is so-and-so with you? I'm like, no, he not here. He was with his girlfriend, feel me? She like, oh, I know. Because they was at my house this morning. And I went in the room. And I woke him up. I tapped him. And I said, what you got her? What's this bitch doing my house? What's she here for? Because they had fell out. Like, while I was on his Facebook, I seen the messages between his mom and her. Like, she's cursing at his mom's. And his mom's is cursing her out. So, feel me? It's obvious your mother don't like this girl no more. I wouldn't like her no more neither. You feel me? You my son girlfriend, and you trying to sit here and have a curse out battle? Yeah. Don't bring her in my house. I don't care if you date her, just don't bring her in my house. That's how I would have been too. Like, feel me? So she's on the phone like, that girl be stealing my panties. She be stealing my clothes. She a runaway child. Her mother don't love her. She was in a group home. She ran away from the group home. XYZ. I'm just listening like, wow, that's crazy. Because, I don't know her. So if I knew her, I probably would have been adding on, telling her more stuff or whatever. But I don't know the girl to be sitting there like, oh, yeah, she a bum. And I don't know her. Like, for me, she don't look good. Like, she don't look better than me. Like, more or less. His mom, like, I don't like her at all. I told him to keep you. I told him I was happy you got him away from her. I'm just like, wow, that's so cute. Or whatever. But I'm done with your son. Turns out that was a lie, I guess. Because, like, a few days later, he texted me. First of all, he calls me. He be calling me. He be texting me. He be like, yo, I miss you. I know you miss me. I know she miss me. She being... Feel me? And I'm just like, no, F you. We don't miss you. We don't want you no more. Like, you was that done for you. Like, feel me? It's just that simple. But he wasn't jacking that. He don't ever jack it. He still be coming back. He still be trying to talk to me. He still be texting me. And I just, in my head, I'm like, yo, you know what? That's him and her problem. We could be friends. We could be copacetic. We could be cordial. Whatever the case may be. Then like I said, when she called me off his phone, we really sat on the phone for like 30 minutes talking. Because I'm like, listen, you don't have to clear the air before you call me again. I mean, you stop playing. I told her, I'm like, yo, stop playing on my phone. She's like, I only called you because I was looking for him. Because something happened with his father, XYZ. I'm like, okay, cool. But then you came on my phone on some hostile, da-da-da. And she was like, yeah, that's my fault because I was drunk and I was mad at him. I should never did that to you, da-da-da. Then she was like, I'm like, yeah, and you went live and you was on Facebook doing all this Facebook shows. Meanwhile, you had my addy the whole time. She's like, oh, I was saving you. I'm like, no, girl, you was saving yourself because I would have really done to you. You can't fight. Like, I seen a video of her fighting. You can't fight. Respectfully, you can't. Like, maybe you can to you and him. Maybe that's what he like. But you can't beat me. I've seen your fight videos. You cannot beat me, bro. Me and you is not the same. You might be skinnier and taller than me, but you can't beat me. She's not even skinnier than me. She's probably like a little bigger than me. Not much. Like, nothing noticeable. But it's because she's taller than me. It's noticeable. But it's nothing crazy. Like, she's probably like 145, 150. Because she's tall. But yeah, I'm like, girl, you cannot beat me, bro. Like, regardless. She like, and you like my leftovers. He be eating me. I'm like, girl, what you think he was doing here for these 2 weeks? Like, then she was like, oh, and I know when he be at your crib because he stopped texting me. He don't text me back for hours and hours and hours. And that's when I be like, oh, I know he at her crib. I know he at Shorty crib. I'm like, at least you know, because I already told him that. I said, bro, you're not about to text her in my face. You're not about to text her in my crib. You're not about to text her off my iPad. You're bugging. That's what you're not going to do. Feel me? But I don't really know what much I can say about that no more. Like, he was really lying, playing both sides, doing extra. I was the whole side chick. Like, I don't do no sides. Are you crazy? But if you like this story, leave a thumbs up, a comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know I'm gonna put my screenshots in. I don't know if I said that. I know I'm gonna be putting my screenshots in, but toodles.